Tonight's match will
start at 190 pounds.
You're gonna access your camera too. What's going on, guys? Welcome into Delsea Regional High School. We got some high school New Jersey wrestling matchup tonight. Number 10 ranked Jersey Delsea Regional High School taking on and hosting West Deptford. Joined by my colleague Sean. How are we feeling tonight, Sean?
What's up, Zach? It's great to be back here at Delsea, home of the four-time defending New Jersey state champion Delsea Crusaders, as they're going to be looking to make it 5 straight. This is supposed to be good tests for both squads here to start the wrestling season, as we are kicking off the first match of the year. Delsea will be shorthanded tonight, as they do have 3 transfers in who will have to sit New Jersey State by rule have to sit 30 days. Transfer
Is it 30 days?
So,
He's what, high school?
3 to 4 games, I think they have to sit.
yeah, I just noticed that Delsea won't be have a full lineup until January.
Yeah.
Now on the mat, 190 pounds to West Deptford, Alderell, Greg Sawyer.
There we go. We're working on getting a better camera for you, but we're about 35 seconds in. Camera should be up short.
All right, we're starting off here at 132. Takedown from Delsea here, lead it individual match 3-0. 35 seconds to go here in the first period.
Got 3 points on the board for the home team so far. You got the ref getting involved with the action. Sean, did you pick up what he said there?
I wasn't really paying attention. I was watching the timer go down on the scoreboard. He's looking to work back points here. Doesn't look like the ref's going to give it to him here in the period. Looks like it's going to drain out. We're under 5 seconds to go. Delsea will head to the second period, leading 3-0. Delsea chose bottom here to start the second period. As wrestlers looking to work, he gets a reversal. Delsea takes a 5-0 lead. About a minute and a half to go here in the second period. Trying to work a tilt here on the boundary. Didn't get a quick enough count. All right, Delsea allows West Deptford to come up, so it'll be 5-1 now as the score. About a minute to go in the second period. Shot by Delsea in on a sweep. See if he can cut. Oh, switch to the double leg. Ref already gave him the 3-point takedown, so Delsea will take an 8-1 lead here. Looks like they're cutting them again. Delsea trying to get loose here on their feet.
Sean, when is the best time to let somebody up the back if you give up the
If you were me, never. But if you have a quite disadvantage, then you can go ahead and do that and run the score up a little bit. And that'll take us to the end of the second period here. Delsea on the verge of getting an opening match tech fall. They lead it 15-3 here. West Deptford has the choice. And it looks like neutral was the decision here. So we'll start on our feet here for the third period. West Deptford goes in early for a collar tie. One takedown from Delsea here would end the match. 18-3 tech fall, and there it is. Delsea takes the lead 5-0 on the team score and picks up the technical fall. And it was Greg Sawyer starting us off here for Delsea, getting an opening night victory here at Delsea. Delsea leads West Deptford 5-0 after the first bout.
How much momentum does that build for to throw your first wrestler out there? Especially, I mean, this home atmosphere. Even for the JV matches, we heard a lot of noise, but to throw your first wrestler out here and set the tone like that, what does that mean for a team like Delsea? Especially since they're ranked number 10 in New Jersey too, so you obviously want to get up on the board.
Well, typically, I mean, I guess kind of like football, you could say you gotta have a good idea of how you expect that game to go, a wrestling case, a match to go. And usually it's all kind of mapped out on how you plan it would go. And I have to assume with the way that score went that Delsea was expecting to win that one big.
Yeah. Especially a team but individual sport, as in you're like wrestling as a team, but each individual is responsible for a one-on-one matchup. So.
Right, yeah, exactly. That's the beauty of wrestling, though. Nobody's out there to help you. It's all you.
Exactly. So now we got some of the bigger guys going at it.
West Deptford gets in on a shot here. Delsea trying to sprawl to defend. Breaks his leg loose. Maybe a little defense to offense here. Yeah. Take down Delsea as they take a 3-0 lead here. About a minute 15 to go. He's working for the near fall. He's on his back. Can he scoot that head and get leverage? He has plenty of time here. Just about a minute to go in the period.
Nice job.
Back-to-back wins for your Crusaders here to start the night. Delsea will take 11-0 team score-wise.
And I know you guys can hear the gymnasium right now, probably annihilating your speakers if anybody has headphones on over here right now. I apologize.
Yeah, Zach, you got to give credit to
from an explosive finish.
Yeah, you got to give credit to these Delsea students and fans. Got this place pretty packed here on a opening night, Wednesday night. And now we have the heavyweight matchup. Delsea has bumped Sal Marquez up to heavyweight for this bout. And
Number 2.
Sal is currently ranked second in the state of New Jersey at heavyweight. I mean, at 220, but he's wrestling heavyweight tonight. And he's quick on an attack.
Wow. 18 seconds in, Sean.
Yeah, I was.
The number 2 ranked wrestler does.
Yeah, that's what you want to see out of your. Delsea Sal Marquez makes quick work of West Deptford's heavyweight here to give Delsea a 17-0 team lead. And yeah, Zach, that's what you want your hammers to do. Come out, make quick work and get in, get off the mat, and get ready for the next
He
one.
also just sprinted off the mat to his whole team. I think you could throw him back out there later on in the match and see pick up another victory. But that's 3-0 for Delsea so far. So I think, are we getting a forfeit here? We're getting 6 put on the board for Delsea. So
yeah, Delsey's expected 106 pounds this season. Is one of the transfers that's missing. So I don't think as the season goes, we're going to have to forfeit every night. But maybe in the beginning of the year, Delsea just don't really have a guy to replace right now. So they're going to forfeit 106. West Deptford's on the board with a team score of 17-6 in favor of Delsea. We move on to 113.
Now on the mat, 113 pounds for West Deptford, John Anthony Finuccio, and for Delsea, Chris Powell.
And for Delsea here, it'll be Chris Powell. He is a a freshman looking to make a mark here for the Crusaders, who are known to have some pretty solid freshmen. So he's just looking to be the next one in line. I'm curious to see how he looks in his debut.
yeah, big stylistic change up between the big guys and the small guys. So might see a little bit more action athleticism out here. But I mean, you just saw an explosive takedown for a dude that weighs over 210 pounds. So we'll see what the smaller guys have to offer here.
Yeah, I was just going to
the youth and experience too. So maybe.
Was just going to say that, Zach. Typically, you see a lot more action, more shots from the lightweights as opposed to the heavier guys. But Delsea does have some pretty good upper weights who do.
I don't think you're going to see any heavyweights getting a full body lock and almost getting picked up off the ground in high school wrestling. So.
And West Deptford takes an early lead here with the takedown. About 30 seconds into the first period.
Is he going to try to stand up? I think he's going to try to stand. I told you. Just stand up. Get the weight. Flip the weight over.
Yeah, that's really the main defense when somebody throws legs in, Zach, is you want to widen your base, make it harder for him. Exactly what's going on here to lock up a cradle. West Deptford's trying to advance here with the cradle and get some near fall points because West Deptford, the way this match has started off, they're going to need some bonus points to get back into this one.
Yeah, I thought I was going to see a Michael Chandler, Charles Oliveira right there. Michael Chandler gets his back taken, standing up, and jumps into a suplex on the back to try and shake him off. But obviously, that is not legal.
You'll have to excuse the fans walking by here and there. The other side of the room is blocked off with the scorer's table. So, wow, there's a little bit of an action. Delsea looked like they were on the verge of getting pinned, but C.J. Powell was able to come out of the other end with a reversal to get 2 on the board. And he actually got out of there without any back points given up. So it's only a 1-point lead for West Deptford here with 10 to go in the first period.
Yeah.
All right, West Deptford, 10 seconds here. West Deptford on the bottom. Delsea in control up top. Delsea will be looking to just ride them out here for the period and get to the second period, only trailing by 1. Wow, West Deptford is able to get the reversal in short time to expand the lead. They will be up 5-2 heading into the second period. All right. Delsea starting in control here in the second period, looking to get a return to the net. As they go out of bounds here with 1:47 to go in the second period, Delsea still on top. West Deptford leading 5-2 here in this 113-pound matchup.
Looks like it has a pretty decent frame to grow into, too. I don't know if we'll be seeing him at the 106 for or actually, what is this, 113, right?
You would be surprised what people cut to in wrestling.
Yeah. I had a friend in high school. He might be watching the stream right now. He used to cut to like 106, and he was like a tall, lanky kid. You probably know him, but like I'm always thinking like he was really skinny, but like 106 pounds. Like that's crazy.
So West Deptford gets another reversal here, leading at 7-2. Now looking to work for some near fall points here with about 1:15 to go in the second period.
Do you think in general that for like weight classes like lower like this, it's actually more common to see like a reversal as opposed to like when like a more skilled, like heavier fighter gets control? It's really hard to just break the control in general.
Yeah, I would say that more so has to do with flexibility too for the guy on bottom.
Dexterity.
Yeah, they're able to
Dexterity.
put themselves in more, for lack of a better term, weird positioning.
Yeah.
And be able to use it to their advantage as opposed to a big guy. It's kind of harder for them to get their body into weird spots.
Especially with the body weight that's on top of them, that's getting them, pushing them down. Like the
West
pressure.
Deptford's wrestler going right back to the legs here, and Delsea was able to work out of it last time to get a reversal, but seems to be sunk pretty deep here. Short time, under 30 seconds to go in the second period. West Deptford might be getting back-to-back wins if Powell does not turn this around.
Also, Sean, I was going to mention that too. Like by Delsea forfeiting the match, it felt like for the work that they did with 3 wins, for 6 to be put on the board with that forfeit was pretty crucial for West Deptford. And then obviously if they end up this result ends the way that it looks like it's going to end, then West Deptford's right back into this match.
Yeah, that's really good work out of West Deptford's wrestler. They're back-to-back periods, getting points right at the end. Expanded his lead to 11-2 now as we're starting with the third period with Delsea on bottom.
Also, another to remark on the point that I just made, too, is you already had Sal go out there. So it's not like you can bank on one of your best wrestlers to bank points at the back end of one of these matches. So it's going to be interesting if West Deptford actually ends up holding on to this one. Looks like they have pretty good control as of right now.
Yeah, they already have the major decision intact right now with if you win by more than 8, for those who aren't familiar with the sport of wrestling, if an individual wrestler wins by 8 or more points, then it is considered a major decision, and the team will get 4 points, 5 points for a tech fall, as you saw in the first match, and then obviously 6 for a pin or a forfeit, and then if it's just a regular decision, then the team will get 3. So he is in line here for the major and looking for more. Maybe to match that opening tech from Sawyer and get more bonus points here for West Deptford. And it looks like he has secured some near fall points as the ref is still counting. Yeah, he has 4 locked up, so will be 1 off his back as he is now. West Deptford will now lead it 15-2. We're under a minute to go here in the third period, so if Delsea can avoid getting turned one more time, then he will limit the tech fall.
Looks like he's still pushing for a finish, though. Still pushing for a finish, trying to flip his shoulders down. Now it looks like he's in position.
Oh, wow. And as we talked about, Zach, West Deptford's wrestler has done a great job at the end of each period, securing extra points at the buzzer. And with 13 and a half seconds to go, he does get extra back points. It will be a technical ball win for West Deptford. 17-11.
Now the mat at 120 pounds for West Deptford puts her win. For Delsea,
Right, this will be Reed Lightfoot for Delsea here at 120. He is a sophomore who had a pretty decent freshman season. I'm looking to expand on that and have an even better year this season.
And so this one's going to be explosive. You see how smaller moving. You see a big slam right after that.
And there's a quick effort to lead it 3-0 here with under only 20 seconds to go. I mean, only 20 seconds used up in the first period. And he goes right to work looking for a near fall as well.
Yeah, it seems like these last couple matches with West Deptford, when they got the upper hand, they get after it early and often too, and they're pretty much just controlling the same position for almost minutes on end. It feels like for the past 3 matches.
It depends on the team. Some teams are top heavy, some teams are bottom heavy. When it comes to their really premier wrestlers in their lineup, it's pretty rare that you get a team who's like solid throughout without any guys who, not just like you be considered a whole in your lineup, or a guy that you just went out there and just try to limit bonus points. Because everybody in the lineup plays their role. So it does look like West Deptford's strength of their lineup so far has been their lightweight. And that's another takedown here from West Deptford to open. I'm sorry, not to open up. Still to go. 30 seconds to go now in the first period with a 6-1 lead. We'll see if he can do like the last West Deptford wrestler and expand on them points in the closing seconds here in the first period.
You almost got him flattened out here. Oh, he's working to get up.
Wow, that's a pretty quick trigger from the referee there. Whistle Delsea for stalling already. That could be huge later in this match as he already got a stall warning. And Zach, I don't know if you're familiar. I know you're kind of new to the sport of wrestling here. So why that can be a big factor is getting hit with a stall in the first period. Now his next one will be a point for the opponent. And then after that, you are flirting with even more points and then possibly just a forfeit. It's honestly really rare that it gets to that point, but in a close match,
I'm saying the forfeit too. That would mean like that would be counted as a technical pin, so that'd be a 6-point, which that would tie it up, correct?
Yeah, a pin from West Deptford here would tie it up at 17-17. But so Delsea's going to have to definitely push a little bit of the action here to avoid those stall calls. That's a pretty nice looking dump there from West Deptford to get another takedown and take a 9-2 lead. And now another West Deptford wrestler flirting with bonus points, leads by 7. One more point would get the major decision in play for the West Deptford teams.
Sean, how impactful do you think that the rule of if you have anything inbounds that it's still an active situation? How crucial do you think that rule change was?
I love it.
Because I feel like the mindset of it before is like it's kind of like other sports as well. Like it's college football is you only have to get 1 foot inbound. You might just naturally do that, and you see the guys that are getting drafted in the top 5, they're touching 2 feet inbounds just in general, just because they're obviously professional athletes. But how crucial do you think that was for wrestling?
Well, it's been like that at the college level forever. And I think it's nice. I think it's a good thing for the high school level because guys would tend to use the boundary as a crutch. Like if you go out of bounds, you can almost pull off a riskier move there because it's no harm, no foul. You can just shoot out of bounds and then get a reset here. So allowing more wrestling on the edges, I think, is good for the sport and leads to more action. And that'll take us to the end of the second period. We will head to the third. West Deptford's 120-pounder leading Delsea's Lightfoot 9-2. And we're starting in the neutral position where West Deptford has had a ton of success so far getting in on those double legs. We'll see if Lightfoot has any type of response to that. There's a shot from Lightfoot.
I thought he was going to get a flip there with the wizard, but I thought he was going to be able to turn him over.
Didn't really have the momentum when he went
Yeah.
to throw it.
A little bit more hips involved than that.
Takedown for West Deptford to lead it 12-3 with the escape from Delsea.
What do you think Lightfoot's this opportunity to get back in this match is? I mean,
at this point, Zach, I really think his focus should be avoiding the takedowns like just happened and try to just keep this one to a major and not give up back-to-back techs if he can.
Agree.
And I don't miss the action. West Deptford got a takedown, let Lightfoot up and got another takedown, and then allowed another escape. He leads it 15-4 as we reach under a minute to go in the third period. See, now this is smart right here. If I'm Lightfoot, I would just try to sit right here on the edge, kill as much time
don't
as
give
you
up another
can,
takedown.
Without giving up. And there is another takedown for West Deptford. They will take an 18-4 lead, and we're under 30 to go here in the third period. And
there it is.
21-5. West Deptford's 120-pounder defeats Lightwood by a technical fall, and this is now a 1-point match. That's 17-16. Delsea leads. So Delsea started out with a flurry, and West Deptford had answered here.
That was a pretty dominant showing from West Deptford right there individually. Now we're just going to get interesting. We've got a 1-point gap between both teams. The
Now let's have 1.26 pounds for West Deptford, Jack Griffin, and for Delsea, Dante Paul.
We got the 126ers out here now. Immediate action.
Dante DePaul on the mat now for Delsea. An immediate action here from both.
That's a crazy pace to set 20 seconds in. Nice.
And there's a big takedown for DePaul from the Crusaders. Gets the 3 on the takedown, and he got 2 back points as well. So a 5-point move to take an early lead here in the first period. And DePaul immediately gets to work in the Delsea standard arm bar here. And he's running it through the shoulder. Now that he has the wrist sack, I think he's going to go ahead and turn him here. Looks like it slipped off. He went back to that half with the arm bar here, but he's in full control.
He's trying to work that shoulder, but West Deptford's doing a good job of pinning themselves to the ground, not being able to get flipped over.
Yeah, it's early in the first period. And there it goes, Zach. He just had to run it to the ear, and he finally gets the turn. West Deptford's doing a great job, though, of not breaking.
A lot of pressure on the shoulder, though.
He's not breaking the angle, so the ref is not awarding Delsea any back points yet. We have 10 seconds to go in the first period. And it looks like, wow, I think West Deptford's actually going to avoid any near falls here. Oh, no, he got it right at the end. And he does secure 3 back points at the buzzer. So DePaul will head to the second period with an 8-0 lead. Little wardrobe malfunction here as the referees are helping West Deptford's wrestler fix his headgear. Then we'll get the second period underway.
That was a crazy pace. We'll see if they can get it going like that for the second round. But it's a big momentum swing for Delsea, who just kind of was down in the dumps after those 3 straight losses.
And neutral is a selection here to start the second period. So we'll start on our feet here, and DePaul will look to get back to work. Really good shot there from DePaul, but a nice scramble from West Deptford to avoid the takedown. Really good finish there from DePaul to take a 3-point takedown, take an 11-0 lead as he also works to try to find back points, and he has the 2 back points secured. It is 13-0 DePaul here with a minute and a half to go in the second period. Now, Zach, this is where if you're Delsea, you're probably going to be on the verge of getting a tech fall, but that 1 point could be huge. So you would like if he is able to turn him, because if he turns him again, the match is going to be over once he gets off. So if you're going to pin him, you have to finish here. And he's working to secure the pin. Like I said, once he gets off his back, he'll get the near fall points, and the match will be over by technical fall. But that 1 point could be huge come later in this match for Delsea. So DePaul wants to get that 6 and get the pin here. It's coming close. He has plenty of time, 40 seconds to go in the second period.
This is a very respectable effort from West Deptford with his bridge. I mean, he's doing everything he can to not get pinned.
He has the head now, Zach. I think he might be able to go ahead and finish this off here.
Looks like he's got the momentum.
This is going to be really tough for West Deptford to fight this off for the additional 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And there it goes. Once he secured that head with the half, it was going to be really tough for West Deptford's wrestler to fight off his back, especially when it's that long. I mean, almost 30 seconds to go in the match, and it's just really hard. Your shoulder's getting wrenched. It's really hard to fight for that long.
His shoulders between the first 2 rounds, I mean, for him to survive that long was pretty impressive in itself.
But that was a big win for Delsea as they get the pin and take a 23-16 lead here. And this would be one of Delsea's stars, Grayson Pettit. Ryan McConaughey for West Deptford will take on Grayson Pettit from Delsea. And Delsea, I'm sure, is looking forward to not only a win, but potentially some bonus points here from Grayson.
Shoot.
And Pettit has been one of Delsea's better wrestlers for the last couple of years now, but he's just had really unfortunate injury luck and hasn't been able to compete in the postseason. So he's looking to cap it off here with a nice run that hopefully ends in Atlantic City for him. Really good shot there from West Deptford and a nice response from Pettit. We got some really good action here in the first period. And this is a potentially high-stakes matchup, Zach, not just for this individual match, but for down the line when it comes to districts, regions, and states as well. As McConaughey from West Deptford finished last season with a 44-4 record, was a district champ, third in the region, and made it to the third round of wrestlebacks at the state tournament. So this is a really good test here on opening night between both wrestlers.
I would say thus far it's pretty evenly matched. No points scored. Both of them just pretty much bear throwing at each other, trying to flip them into something.
And McConaughey gets in deep on the shot and cuts the corner to take a 3-0 lead. Pettit right back in.
Okay.
And he gets the reversal here, 3-2. This has been a highly action-packed first period, and we are under 10 to go now. And the first period will come to an end with McConaughey leading Pettit 3-2 here. Delsea.
The most interesting part about this too is like the two significantly different body types for a weight class too. We got the tall and lankier fighter McConaughey from West Deptford, and then more of a short, muscular, stout Pettit, and it seems like they're kind of both using their body frames to their advantage here.
Yeah, Pettit has really filled out in his years at Delsea. He came in as
He got deep on that takedown over here. He just wasn't able to flip him over and actually get the points.
He came in as started his career as a pretty undersized 106 pounder, if you can believe it or not, and then very solid looking now as a senior. So we started the second period here. West Deptford actually won the toss, but chose to defer to Delsea, and Delsea chose bottom and works to his advantage now as he gets the escape to tie the match at 3. And he locks up a cradle here. Oh. What defense from McConaughey from West Deptford here, and I don't think Pettit's going to be able to finish inbounds. Yeah, ref blows the whistle. We'll move to the center of the mat. A minute 28 to go in the period.
Sean.
Zach, when I wrestled in high school, I never wanted to be in a position like that, and now in my old age, it hurts just to look at it.
Gotta hit the inversion table tomorrow. Looks like we are evened up at 3-3 right now. Halfway into the second period.
Pettit in deep on another sweep. Fights for the head, can't get it. McConaughey has a whizzer here. Still plenty of time to go in the second period. Just hit the minute mark. I think we're going to get pretty close to our first stalemate of the night, and the referee does blow the whistle here. We'll restart. 47 seconds to go in the period, tied up at 3. And Pettit is really forcing the action here as he gets in another shot. And as you can see, Zach, referee has hit now West Deptford with a stall call here. But again, as we mentioned last match, it didn't come to fruition, but could pay huge dividends later in the match for Pettit if he keeps pushing the action like he is. As we got our second stalemate of the period now, 21 seconds to go in the second, still tied at 3. But Pettit has been the aggressor, and West Deptford does have a stall warning against them already. We'll see how this second period finishes out. Pettit again in for a sweep. He must have saw something in the scouting report, Zach. He's really attacking, and this time he finishes, gets the 3-point takedown in the closing seconds. Second period is over. Pettit leading 6-3 over McConaughey. In a premier matchup today between Delsea and West Deptford, 2 kids that are expected to make runs in Atlantic City at the individual state tournament later in this year. This is a nice little preview here on opening night. Heading to the third, 6-3 Pettit, and West Deptford will start on bottom.
Ooh.
Really good hits from both wrestlers there. So it looked like McConaughey was going to be able to escape. Pettit was able to follow and stay behind as we killed off 30 seconds here in the third period.
Okay, it seems like Pettit's done a really good job tying up the legs. The only thing that hasn't been able to progress the position is West Deptford's sprawling is on point.
Just as Zach, this is some high-level wrestling right here. Again, McConaughey looks like he was going to – Pettit looked like he was going to get a near fall. McConaughey keeps rolling, looks like he's going to get the escape, and Pettit just refines the leg and follows behind.
Keeps tying that one leg up, regardless of either side. He keeps tying up the one leg, and that's really what's getting him this dominant position here.
We're now under a minute to go here in the match. Pettit still leading 6-3. This will be a big win for the Crusaders. $30 seconds to go now in the match. McConaughey looking for an escape, but Pettit is doing a great job on top, keeping them down here. 10 seconds now to go. Pettit looks like he has wrist control there. He's going to be able to ride out this last 5 seconds, and it's going to be a big win for the Delsea Crusaders. He's going to get a 7-3 decision and beat McConaughey from West Deptford, who, like I said, went last season 44-4. So that is a big win, not only for Delsea, but for Pettit.
That's high-level wrestling there, Sean.
Yeah, I think we're going to be hard-pressed to find a better match like that the rest of the night, but we'll see how it plays out. Delsea, with that decision, takes a 26-16 lead. Also, while we have a little break in the action, just want to give a shout out to Delsea new head coach Kurt DeWoody, as this will be his first year at the helm for the Crusaders, and he inherits a back-to-back New Jersey State champion lineup and looking to make it 5 in his first year at the helm for Delsea. And Kurt is a former Delsea wrestler, Delsea quarterback back in the day as well, so he has the hometown roots, and I don't think there's a better guy for the job to be able to go ahead and lead the Crusaders into the future.
You usually pick up your first dub. I mean, I don't know too many people walking into a situation with the 10th ranked team in the state that they're taking over, but obviously he's done a good job of keeping this.
And he was on the stat last year as an assistant coach as well.
I was trying to think of the last time when Bruce Arians hung it up and then Todd Bowles took over. He was on the staff.
This will be David Sawyer on the mat here for Delsea. Nice shot from West Deptford, but a really nice
I was talking about
visitor.
the stylistic body types too, and this looks like two lanky guys that we finally got matched up with each other that actually match each other's size. So it's going to be interesting. There's a lot of long limbs out there. I mean, someone's going to get tied up in some situation here. Seems like Pettit really used that to his advantage in the last match of just the lankiness of McConaughey, and it's really tying up his leg, and that's what really helped him gain that control.
And what really helps Pettit when he's trying to ride somebody out is you're going to be hard-pressed to find somebody who's stronger than him in his weight class. And
He literally had the leg tied up, and then he was literally on one knee, and he literally reversed that position and almost got reversed on him. So that just shows that.
No points yet here as a minute has gone in the first period, but we do have some pretty good action between these two wrestlers here.
Dive into the ankle there. Take that back, Sean. I don't know about my hamstrings or this position, which one I would at least want to be involved with. Our Severn almost has a triangle up top if we're talking jiu-jitsu here.
And there's our first stalemate of the match here. 34 seconds to go in the first period, still tied at 0, but there has been plenty of action. Another deep shot from West Deptford here. Sawyer has a whizzer in tight, though. I think we might be looking at potentially another stalemate, Zach, here in this short time. West Deptford brings it to his feet, stands up with the single leg, goes for the trip. Wow. Wow. How many times have we seen tonight, Zach, somebody get a takedown right at the buzzer? Might have been a little questionable call from the referee there, but we don't have this at replay in high school, so no challenge Brick coming out. West Deptford will carry a 3-0 lead to the second period.
I was waiting for that trip there when he had him in that position. I just didn't know which way he was going to go with it. It looked like he took it to the inside.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate. That was really good defense out of Sawyer right there. Lost the whizzer at the end, and then unfortunately gave up the takedown. And I mean, Zach, there was milliseconds on the clock when he got that takedown. Sawyer's in on a leg here, but not really an ideal position to finish, and he won't, as West Deptford gets another takedown to take a 6-0 lead here, coming up on the first minute of the second period. So it's going to be a minute to go here, and Sawyer from Delsea will be working on the bottom. Wow, Zach, West Deptford's wrestler going for the old-fashioned ball and chain. He loses it pretty quick. That is a tough move to really pull off, especially at one of these lighter weights.
Just seems like it's taking the scenic route to flip somebody over just from that angle.
Well, as you pointed out earlier in the match, both of these guys are long and lanky, so it's kind of hard to really go ahead and get to that head
You're trying
and be able
to
to get control.
Yeah, exactly.
Sawyer is to his feet now. Looks like he has room to cut through, but we are short on time. And he does get out at the buzzer. Zach, back-to-back periods, we've seen these wrestlers fight until the whistle here. Takedown from West Deptford at the buzzer in the first period, and then a escape from Sawyer from Delsea to end the second period. And we'll head to the third period with West Deptford's wrestler leading 6-1. All right, we start with Delsea on bottom here. He's really going to need to go ahead and get an escape pretty early in this one because he's going to need multiple takedowns if he wants to have a shot at winning this match.
Oh, he's flattened.
Yeah, West Deptford seems pretty big on riding legs so far tonight from their lightweights. And it is a really good strategy to go ahead and hold a wrestler down as we're coming up on the 1 minute to go mark in the match here. I believe Delsea has a chance. No, he works up. I thought we were on the verge of getting a Delsea stall call there. But it is tough to come up with legs. Refs are letting them wrestle. And there it is, Zach. There's a stall call from the referee. Well, now Sawyer's out. It's a 6-2 match as we hit the 30-second to go mark. Nice shot from West Deptford. Wizard from Sawyer to counter. Sawyer now from front head is really deep. He has his elbow really deep. It's not really where you want to be, Zach, because West, as you can see, West Deptford has control of that elbow. And a nice spin behind from Sawyer here to cut the lead 6-5 as he cuts him and gets another. Oh! Wow, Zach, I'm actually surprised there.
And no more back.
Delsea cut him, and it looked like they were both free, and the ref did not award an escape. So when Sawyer got back behind, it did not count as another takedown. That'll be a tough loss for Sawyer and the Crusaders as they drop that one 6-5, and West Deptford cuts the team score to 26-19. I got real excited right there.
Had the two best matches back to back.
Yeah, I thought we were seeing a flurry right there. Points from Sawyer to go ahead and steal that one, but
We're about 146 pounds for Delsea.
Lucas Cassell from Delsea comes out here at 145 and accepts a forfeit, so that will stretch Delsea's lead out to 32-19. And this will be Delsea standout Amari Van making his season debut. Another wrestler from Delsea who had high hopes going into the postseason last year and was cut short due to injury, but looking to have a big junior season for the Crusaders. And Aiden Clark from West Deptford is on the mat. He's a sophomore coming in with an 0-2 record. And it's also a tough task to try to get your first win with a wrestler the caliber of Amari.
I mean, you can just tell off the bat, Amari is just so explosive. What do you think he's trying to set up here? It kind of seems like he's like trying to grip him.
Exactly what you're looking at right here, Zach. He's going to try to lock up that cradle, and I think he's going to go ahead and get 6. That thing is tight. Yeah. So that's what you like to see at Delsea. Your 3 hammers in your lineup are Sal Marquez, Amari Van, and Grayson Pettit. Marquez came out and got a quick win earlier tonight. Pettit gets a huge win for the Crusaders. From a decision 7-3, and then Amari makes quick work as well. And that's what you expect out of your leaders on your team.
Yeah, the way you flip them over that quick into the pin, I'm like an MMA guy, so that kind of looked like how the Darce ends up looking when you flip somebody over onto their stomach or onto their back. But that was quick. That's why I asked you, what was he setting up here? Because it looked like he was just outside trying to get to a certain spot on the mat, and then he obviously got there pretty quickly.
Now the mat, 157 pounds from West Deptford, Thomas Bonfell.
Thomas Bonzella coming in for West Deptford is a freshman, and it'll be Jamison Devlin for Delsea here. He wrestled sparingly last year as a freshman. He's a sophomore, but he actually works out at Pride Wrestling Club, ran by Delsea assistant coach and head girls coach Steve Gillard. And I got to be in the room with Devlin quite a few times last summer at the club practices, and I think he's going to turn into a pretty solid wrestler for the Crusaders here.
Very solid frame for a sophomore.
And Devlin makes quick work out of the freshman from West Deptford here to get another pin for Delsea as they now expand the lead to 44-19. Devlin with the pin.
What's up, Sal?
Now on the mat, 165 pounds for West Deptford, Aiden time, and for Delsea, Cameron Pope.
This should be a pretty good match, Zach, as Cameron Pote made a pretty decent run last season when it got to the individual time. I believe he actually exceeded expectations, and he'll be taking on Aiden the Tie from West Deptford, who is a senior coming in with a 24-11 record and was a third-place finisher in the district last year. And Poe gets in on the legs and finishes with a takedown, takes the early lead here, 3-0. Out of bounds is the call, and we'll head back to the center of the mat here with 1:18 to go in the first period. Pote leading 3-0.
Wow.
Really nice mat return from Pote to cap off a pretty good riding session. Under 40 seconds to go here in the first period. Pote holding on to a 3-0 lead. Out of bounds again as we'll restart with 17 seconds to go in the first period. Pote still on top, 3-0. Yeah, I kind of assumed that was coming, Zach. Going to be a stall call on Delsea there, just holding on to the ankles. You get a couple seconds to try to keep them there, but then you got to let them go if you're in that position.
That looked like when you're on the holidays, you had the beanbag races and someone's tied up on the ground. They fell over. They had him tied up like that. But
a little unorthodox way of going about it for Pote as the West Deptford wrestler got to his feet multiple times, but Pote was able to avoid giving up an escape. And we'll head to the second period with him leading 3-0. And West Deptford's wrestler H.A.N will start on bottom here with Pote on top, 3-0. And same thing, Zach, for those who are unfamiliar with the rule. When a wrestler gets to his feet on bottom, the wrestler who has control has to return him to the mat in a short amount of time or he'll get hit with another fall as well.
seems like Ty's doing a pretty good job of defense. It's just he's had no offense to implement at all. It's just pretty much having body weight dragged on his back the entire time, but he hasn't really given up too many points. So he still has a shot.
I mean, he is getting to his feet almost at will. He just can't escape it. Again, he's now, see, he got hit with the stall last time, so he climbs the body up and gets back on top. And yeah, it's got to be kind of disheartening for Ty to get to your feet that many times and not be able to capitalize and turn it into an escape point as we are now at the 1 minute mark in the second period. Pope still on top, 3-0.
Just out of bounds here. And there it is.
We go out of bounds with 45 seconds to go in the second period. Pope leading 3-0 here for the Crusaders. Like you pointed out, Zach, Ty has done a great job avoiding a breakdown from Pope. Hasn't really gotten broken down to his stomach at all yet. Just hasn't been able to really finish and get out.
Sure, let me ask you a question about wrestling. More so like the mentality as a high-level wrestler. Do you more so want to implement just what you're good at and what you do and run your theoretical game, or do you want to more so use the scouting report and maybe you see somebody's a little bit weaker, pulling them to one side than the other side, try to implement that into more?
Yeah, the coaches definitely harp on staying within yourself and hitting the moves that you're comfortable hitting and not putting yourself in a real vulnerable position to get exploited. So, yeah, I mean, it all depends. Like, obviously, if the wrestler you're going against has a weak spot, then you do want to try to take advantage of that. But for the most part, you're going there with a game plan, moves that you're comfortable with and you're good at, and you try to stick to that type of game plan. And there's Pope. He rode for a while on top and then makes quick work on bottom and gets the escape. And now gets another takedown, and he will take an 8 6-1 lead, and it looks like the Delsea coaches are telling them to cut him here, and which he has. They're going to try to open this up and get at least a major decision set.
Got about a minute and 20 seconds to work with to make that happen, or possibly even.
And Pope finishes another leg attack to take an 11-2 lead and go ahead and cuts tie again. We'll see if he can go ahead and get another one here. And he does. 14-3 now. Pope's leading. Delsea coaches instructing him to go ahead and try to get a turn as he has the major locked up with a 11-point lead.
He made this happen inbounds, though. He's right on the edge here. We got toes inbound here.
And
magnifying glass coming out.
Yeah, out of bounds with 40 seconds to go here in the third period. Pope has now cut tie again, so we'll be restarting with 40 seconds to go with Pope leading 14-4.
Get that arm in, get behind.
And Pope is able to go behind and gets another takedown, taking a 17-4 lead, and he cuts him. So it'll be 17-5 on the restart with 12 seconds to go.
Got a chance for three here or no?
Yeah, one more takedown for Pope would get the technical fall for Delsea. I don't know if he's going to be able to finish here with 5 seconds to go.
Stand up and oh.
Just is not able to get behind, so he'll win 17-5 for Cameron Pope, and he gets Delsea a major decision as they'll go ahead and take a 48-19 lead.
Decision, Cameron Pope. Now, 175 pounds for West Deptford, Mason Chambers, and for Delsea, Zach Greer.
Mason Chambers for West Deptford here, and Zach Greer for Delsea, with the Crusaders leading 48-19.
Oh, okay.
And there's a takedown for Chambers to give West Deptford a 3-0 lead here in this match.
Oh, okay. That was beautiful.
Really nice reversal on the hips from Greer for Delsea as he gets the reversal to cut the lead to 3-2 as we hit the 1 minute mark here in the first period.
There's some
Now,
dynamic rolling from Greer there. I
Greer-
feel like, is that hard to like keep like pace with? Like, I know it's in the first round, but he did that in the first three, got taken down, and then got it into his position there. But I feel like that might be a hard pace to implement throughout the entire match.
I was just about to point out, Zach, I was going to say Greer is riding legs, but he is really high and in position to get rolled over, and that's exactly what happened as West Deptford's Chambers gets the reversal and the near fall points to really expand this lead, and he's up 9-2 now with 25 to go in the first period.
Wow.
Really nice mat return by Chambers here as we're drawing to the end of the first period. And that will take us to the end of the first period with Chambers from West Deptford leading Greer from Delsea 9-2. West Deptford wins the toss. They choose to defer, and Delsea has the choice now. And it looks like Coach DeWoody has said start neutral. So we'll be starting on our feet here as the second period gets underway. And Chambers is right in on a double leg. Gets another takedown to expand the lead 12-2. And Chambers is looking to lock up a cradle himself. And he does. He had to secure. He's going to get near fall points here. And looking to lock up the pin. I don't think he's going to be able to get the pin, though. Greer from Delsea's shoulders are laying on top of his chest. But he is holding a 4-count near fall points. So it will be a 16-2 lead for Chambers.
He's just one step ahead of him every time, too.
And Chambers lets Greer up as we are under 45 seconds to go here in the second period. It is 16-3 as Chambers looks to get in on another double leg. And Chambers gets the takedown here for West Deptford with 32 seconds to go in the second period. Mason Chambers beats Delsea 19-3, and that'll be the end of the match for your Delsea Crusaders getting the win in opening night 48-24 over the West Deptford Eagles. Great start for the Crusaders as they are on the road to hopefully a fifth straight New Jersey state title.
And like Sean mentioned before, we do have a little spread out schedule for wrestling. So let's give you guys a little update when you guys can expect us back again. Not too many matches in December itself, but January 7th we'll be back versus my alma mater in Clearview. So hopefully, not sure what Clearview's wrestling program looks like right now, but I didn't really see too many South Jersey teams in the top, like highly ranked as Delsea was in the New Jersey pool itself, in the overall New Jersey pool. So seems like Delsea's going to be the one holding it down for South Jersey, and they're looking to be 5-time group champions. So we'll see you guys back Wednesday, January 7th versus Clearview here at Delsea. And thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys then.